I know it looks like we're here in the woods, but me and Jack and Chipmunk are going to show you that looks can sometimes be deceiving, and we're really at the beach. Alrighty guys, we find ourselves back out at the New River again. We are on the Thurmond Trail. Nothing too major, just coming out and having some fun. But we are out on the trail, and that is the important part. Yeah, of course I've got the Chipmunk and Jack with me. One nice thing about this trail is that you're pretty much walking along the New River all the time. Known world over for its whitewater. It is also a great fishing river. One of the top smallmouth bass rivers in North America. And it's not a surprise that on a pretty day, you can see some locals out here fishing. Yeah, with the whole family. Kids, dog. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I did check the water level right before I came in this time. Didn't make that same mistake twice. And yeah, we're right about 12 foot again. I don't know what it is. I come out and want to camp around the New River and it goes to the flood stage. Of course, the fact that it's rained the last 3 days has nothing to do with that. You know, I'm glad my hand is big enough to hold both trekking poles at once. Makes it a lot easier when you're filming. out the bottle. Thank you, bud. That's for you. Nope, that didn't last for long. We are back into the woods again. Definitely increasing our chances of finding a good site for the night. Trail's been very flat. We're getting into a little bit of elevation right now. Not bad, but a little bit. All right, we've made it to the top of this plateau, I think. We're about 9 miles in for the day. Chipmunk says we're looking for camp, so before too long, we're gonna look for a nice little clearing up here and see where we can make it home for the night. It is another cool bear time share. That looks like a nice one. I'm not gonna go check it out though. Okay, here's one you don't see every day. We've kind of got a natural meets man-made water source. I know you can't see it yet, I'm about to zoom in on, but check it out right here. We've got the water coming through the cracks of the rock, being assisted by, yep, that's exactly what it looks like. It's a McDonald's straw. Of course, if you look really close, you can see the inside of the tip of the straw. It is algae green, but it is helping. It's definitely spitting out a little bit of a stream of water. Kind of glad this isn't our water source for tonight, but yeah. How often you see that one? Alrighty, we have finally found base camp for the night. We are once again down by the New River. And this is what we are looking at. Got some nice trees to hang out of. Somebody has already made us a fire ring. I don't have my chair with me this trip, but I have a bench, so I am golden. We're gonna start getting set up. We'll check back with you here in just a few minutes. Alrighty, we are just about set up. I've gone with the porch mode again. Couple new additions since the last trip. I said we were gonna get Jack a tent. We're experimenting. We found a kid's tent. It actually did a night in the rain and did exceptionally well. I was kind of surprised. And in here, we have my old sleeping bag. The chipmunk actually was able to cut down. So it's solid down there. It still zips open. And now Jack has a little sleeping pad. And we went from the heavy mat, we got him old school camp mat, but he is pretty styling and happy. I mean, just look at him. Clearly he's happy. And next weekend he'll have a pack in. So we can start hauling some of his own stuff. And Chipmunk is just about set up. She's being brave at this point and not deploying the tarp. We're not supposed to get any rain tonight, so we'll see how it goes. She's gonna flip and wiggle and wobble and you look comfy.
I feel comfy.
And Chipmunk has actually gathered up some wood already. So we just might have some fire tonight. Alrighty, for dinner tonight, I'm having a new creation. This is one of the Northside mixes. It's rice and pasta. And we got a big old tin of freeze-dried chicken. I mixed it in there. The only problem is I'm not exactly sure of the water mix. We're basically gonna go with as much as my Toke's cup will hold because the Northside was supposed to get 2 cups of water, and that's about all I boil, so it's gonna be an experiment. We'll see how it works. Jack is chomping down on the beef. Kibbles with beef jerky added in. What are you doing for dinner? I caught her with her mouth full. just like the waiters do when they come up in the restaurant and ask if everything's okay. Is this a ramen bomb? Just nod your head. Okay, there we go. What kind of potatoes? 4 cheese. Ooh, that's a good one.
And a Pop-Tart.
For dinner. That's breakfast. You can't have that for... Well, I've got all set up. Did the porch mode. Jack's that way. This is almost critical with him along, because otherwise these tents isn't going to fit underneath my tarp. And while it's kind of waterproof, it's also vented up here, and there is no rain fly for it. So if we get any kind of a rain, and we've done that once just in practice. And the open end faces towards the hammock. That way, all the stuff in the woods doesn't seem to bother him. And the one practice run we did with it, it was great. Of course, the pad will go in there right underneath the sleeping bag. And it's kind of hard to tell, but Deb attached bungee on the bottom so that the sleeping pad actually stays attached and he doesn't just kick this thing around. Anybody that has a dog knows that they'll try to scrunchie it up, and that kind of keeps him from doing that as much. When we open it up, and then if he gets cold, we can also, one of us can put a down coat over him. And the other reason we want it facing is that way he's facing me, because this is my head end right here. That's where my head's going to go. All I have to do is literally unzip my bug net a little bit, and I can reach out here and touch him if anything spooks him. And in porch mode, the tarp, as I said, covers the tent. So for right now, this is pretty good to go. We're going to play with this tent a few more times, and if it works, it's going to be the prototype, and then Chipmunk's going to get some Silnile, or maybe if Dad coughs up the buck, some Dyneema fiber, and we'll use this as a pattern and make a little bit lighter tent. On the plus side though, the poles for this guy weigh in at 10.1 ounces, so we're going to build around it and keep those poles. They are pretty light for what they are. And that will be camp for me and Jack tonight. Alrighty, so here's the freeze-dried chicken in north side. The north side directions, you know, you let it sit for 7 to 8 minutes. We've been, oh, you can't see that at all. But this has been sitting for 38 minutes. We're gonna give it a try now. Oh my God, I've gotta be honest. I had really, I can't express how low my expectations are with this, because I hate north sides. They're just nasty and disgusting. But I got it because it was cheap, and I didn't want to shell out $9 for a Mountain House meal, and we got this chicken. I need to find something to mix it with. This is really freaking good. You can see by my face, if it tasted horrible, I couldn't do that. This tastes great. So maybe I'll actually do up the recipe on this thing. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to eat. See you guys in a bit. Go away, I'm eating. Get! Alright, I had a little bit into the kibble to get a second opinion. What do you think, Jack? Is it good? Oh, okay, there we go. That says it all. Alright, the north side, very good. Me and Chipmunk talked about it. I think I'm going to get rid of the north side though, because it still had a little bit of that north side aftertaste. But other than that, it was great. I finished the whole thing, and that was definitely enough for 2 people. I think I'm just going to play with the, get some good rice in that chicken, maybe a little garlic and a soy sauce pack, and but I'm going to sit here, finish my coffee up, and then I know it looks like we're here in the woods, but me and Jack and Chipmunk are going to show you that looks can sometimes be deceiving, and we're really at the beach. Check it out, we're on the beach. No, this isn't green screen, and no, we're not on the ocean. Out here on the new river, and yes, this is actually a designated campsite. How cool is that? Way more cool than the people that leave their trash in the fire ring. And as you can see, We are, whoop, just about tripped there, right on the banks of the New River. Oh, Jack's found something he's got to check out. While he's doing that, we're going to look out here on the river. Right on the banks of the mighty, mighty New. And yeah, the river is still up. Not as high as it was last week, but it is definitely way above summer pool, somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 foot above. Okay, so there's something I want to kind of throw out there real quick about filtering water, especially out here on this or any other river at high water. At high water, you start getting all this sediment and stuff right here by the bank where you're going to be filtering. Okay, you can see that stuff's really heavy. You got the potential for actually clogging your filter. So what I look for, instead of right here where it's super convenient, but right over here, you can see where this was a grassy area. And you'll notice that if you come over here, all that grass out in there acts like a natural filter, and you don't have any of that little debris in here. You got to work a little harder at it, but then you get a lot less contaminants in your water. So just a little helpful hint there. Take it for whatever it is. So we're gonna head back to our camp just a few hundred yards away from here. A lot of y'all, I know this would have great appeal, sleeping out here on the beach. Not me. I'm not a big fan of sand. And after a couple of decades of doing Boy Scout overnighters on some of these very banks, I've had my fill of sleeping in sand and digging it out of my gear for the next 2 months. So yeah, we're gonna stay up in the woods. And as you can see, with almost no transition whatsoever, we've made it off the beach and into the rocks. And if you look right up there, it's at our camp. So we're gonna head up this little path. Come on, Jack. This way, buddy. Come on. There you go. And just like that, we're off the beach and into the woods. And that is one of the great things about the New River Gorge. All up and down the river, there's all kinds of crazy sites like this. A lot of people, even the locals, don't know about. And not all of them, but the ones like this and the one I used on my last trip, almost exact same setup, absolutely free. No user fee, no registration, just first come, first serve. So, shh, don't tell anybody.
Yes, you're sweetie.
Remember, kids, you always want to wipe these things down so you don't have any dirty water dripping into your clean, doing that cross-contamination. Ooh, fancy word. So yep, always clean these off before you do your filtering.
I'm supposed to be breaking up firewood, but I found something cool, so I'm playing with this instead.
Yeah, we've got a little wilderness TV going. I was hoping the Zing It would show up on video like this does.
Yeah.
His leash, that's actually a black leash. All that white you're seeing is the reflector that's in it. Same deal with his harness. It's just red. All that white is the reflector lining up. over there is the zing it on the tent. It's actually showing up just a tiny bit better. It doesn't come out on video really well, but that stuff is just so glowing to us. Stuff's amazing. It's actually kind of showing up there on the front now. Let's see how this looks on not a 2-inch monitor. Alrighty guys, it is late. Chipmunk's gone to bed. Jack's asleep. I'm trying recording with the iPhone. It is, oh wow, it's 11 o'clock and we gotta get up early in the morning and scooch out of here. Chipmunk's gotta go to work tomorrow, so see you in the morning. Have a good night's sleep. Go give that mommy a kiss. Wake her up. Yeah. Go give her a kiss. Oh. Alrighty. Jack the alarm clock is waking up Chipmunk. I am awake. We are slowly waking up. The tent did great. None of the little noises in the woods bothered old Jack. The idiot that brought out the Colt 45 and unleashed a clip of 7 into the river last night at 3 in the morning. You, sir, whoever you are, I would love to have words with you. My dog was a little quivering, shaking mess for the next hour. Not to mention it woke me up, made me a little concerned. Maybe grabbed a hold of the hippie repellent for just in case. Don't worry, Chipmunk, I put a pause in there. I can edit that out if it's really offensive. She's sitting over here giving me the evil eye. Now, tell me, Chipmunk, those 7 loud shots, what did you think of those last night?
I didn't hear them.
As I suspected. She can sleep through anything. So I'm going to start breaking down camp. Other than that, awesome night. The quilt, new top quilt, yeah. I actually was sweating last night. Had to get up and pull the thing off of me. So hammock gear, you guys rock. Alright, Chipmunk is up. She is starting to break down. I got the hammock tore down. Just gotta tear down Jack's tent. He is guarding my pack, and more importantly, a little bit of tuna that we might have for breakfast. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Alrighty, we are pretty much packed up, squared away. We are getting ready to get out of here. We have just a real short hike out to the car, and then we have got to boogie down the road and get the Chipmunk back to the hospital. So, on behalf of everybody here at WV Hiking Adventures, I'd like to thank y'all for joining us on yet another video adventure. Remember, try to find time to get out there and have some fun yourself. Okay? Treat yourself well, get some exercise, have some fun. If you can't do that or you can't make time, next best thing, just keep watching us do it. And until next time, this is Dave, Chipmunk, and Jack saying thanks a lot. See you on the trail.